Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, you're going to meet Melinda Preston. She is the Republican Party chair for Denton County. She's going to talk about the battle that lies ahead. Next.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
Well, as everyone knows, the Republican Party is very strong in Texas, and they are especially strong in Denton County. Melinda Preston is in the studio. She is the Denton County Republican Party chair. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Well, for people who are not paying attention, what percentage of voters would you say are Republican in Denton County?
I would say right now we've always had around 80% at least.
Wow.
And maybe even higher than that. Now we are seeing some changes because a lot of people are moving into our county.
Yes.
And so that's been a little bit of a change. That's okay, because, you know, if they're a Democrat, we're going to switch them over to be a Republican.
There you go.
Their eyes open. But so right now we have some races that we're a little concerned about, which we haven't had to worry about that in a very long time.
Yes.
So it's
and
been an eye-opener.
We were talking before the show that the Democratic Party is well financed, and they're bringing it.
Yes, it is. They are bringing it. They're fighting. They've had a couple of wins. They had a win over in that Senate race that they had over in Tarrant County, and that kind of fueled them, got them excited. So we do have, you've got Blue Texas, you got Act Blue, you've got George Soros money coming in. So right now we are fighting against the machine, because they're very well funded.
Yes.
So and it's not just money here, it's outside money, out of the country, money coming in.
Yes.
And being used to fund these candidates.
Well, and typically it's the party that's the most complacent that loses. Do you feel like, are Republicans feeling the urgency?
I feel like comfort is our biggest enemy. You know, we live in an area that's beautiful. We have lots, you know, nice houses, so much to be thankful for. But I think sometimes we forget that we could lose it in an instant. I mean, you look at Venezuela, you look at, Cuba. Rafael Cruz is a good friend, and he talks about that often, how quickly something can change. So I think we need to be very aware of what we have and what we need to be fighting for, and that's freedom.
Yes. We're going to pull up the website, and as we scrolled on the website, there were 2 numbers that jumped out at me. 650,000 registered voters in Denton County, and we're the 7th largest number of voters in Texas.
Yes.
That's an incredible statistic.
It is. It is an incredible statistic. It's also, you know, as the party, we need to be growing that, right? We need 100% of Republicans voting, that they see the need to vote, to let your voice be heard. I mean, our forefathers fought for that, right?
Yes, yes.
They fought that we could have freedom, that we could have a voice to be heard, that we can vote. And we shouldn't take that for granted. That's something that we need to be fighting for with every election, from school board to city council, all the way up to state and national. Yeah.
Well, a stereotype is that young people are really good on TikTok and social media, but they're not good at getting out to the polls.
That's
what are you seeing just in terms of young voter excitement on the Democratic side and the Republican side?
So I'm seeing there are so many young people that are wanting to get involved. They just need to know how to get involved. In fact, I was at a restaurant recently. Have you heard of Marty B's?
Yes.
Great place. So I was at Marty B's with a friend, and we were eating lunch, and I sat down, and I was early, and the waiter came over, and he said, "Hey, can I get you something?" And then we started talking about politics. I said, "Have you ever thought about getting into politics?" He goes, "Oh." I felt like the Lord is calling me to politics.
Wow.
So we started talking, and ends up my last name is Preston, his first name is Preston, and now he's going to become a precinct chair. So he's
awesome.
19.
That's
so
awesome.
we have things like this happening all the time. These young people do want to get involved.
Yes.
You know, and so we need to bring them in. We need to help them. We have several young people that we work with, and I know they have a big future in politics.
Yes.
So we're excited about that.
Well, and it's all over the news right now that the Democratic Party seems to be going far left.
Farther and farther and farther left. In my opinion, there's a red-green alliance, you know, between communism and between, you know, Islam. And so they're moving so far to the left that they've left their base. And so a lot of people are like in that middle place and like, what do I do? Where do I go? Because I don't even know. They've left me. My party left me. You didn't leave my party left me. And you're seeing that. You saw that a lot with the walkaway movement during COVID. And that was something I watched very closely.
Yes.
Just how many people were leaving the Democrat Party. So I'm encouraged with that. And we really are the party of hope. We're the party of freedom. We're the party of, hey, what do you want to be? You have that ability.
Well, I've heard many people say that if JFK was alive today, he'd be a Republican.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely he would. There's no way that he would not be. And you know, Reagan would be, you know, far right. So you're looking at so many people are waking up. I feel like people are waking up. Now the left feels like they're going to win. In fact, I posted something yesterday, and all of a sudden, you know, this Muslim group made a response. We're going to take over in November, and we've got this. And I'm like, no, you're not, because people want freedom. They're seeing what's happened in Iran. They're seeing the people wanting that freedom, want to have what we have. I mean, I joke about FIFA. FIFA comes into town, and the nation, people from all over the world are like, we love America.
Right.
We love, what we were told by the news is not the truth.
Yes.
So we need to have that same excitement about our country, you know, flying a flag, you know, being excited about patriotism. 250 years as a nation, that's unheard of.
Incredible. And somehow that the flag itself became
Controversial.
Yes.
Saying the pledge becomes controversial.
Yeah.
Now, how does that even happen?
I don't understand.
So I don't understand too, but people are waking up.
All right, I want you to set up this video that we're about to watch. So it's a young man who is registering to vote for the first time.
I have to tell you that story.
Yes, please.
Jaquez is a sweet friend. He's somebody that we've been mentoring for a while. And he was coming in to register to vote. And so now he's been working the polls. So you can work the polls, being a minor, and help out. And, you know, he's been doing this. He's been doing everything he could, but he could not wait to get to register to vote. So he comes into the office, he's all excited, and so our camera guy's in there, and he goes, wait, we got to get a picture of this. We got to get a video. So he ended up, you know, I had to go to the door and open the door, and that's what happened. And
Beautiful.
So his sister was there because he has a twin, and she registered. It was just exciting
It was a
to
beautiful
see
video.
that his joy, he gets to vote. And he took so much pride in that. That's how every young person should be. We need to be teaching that in school.
Amen. Let's go ahead and roll the video.
Hey, Jaquez, what
Hey.
are you doing here?
I'm registering to vote today.
You are registering to vote?
I am.
Ah, let's go get you registered.
right,
Come
let's do
on. I'm so excited.
I am too. I've been waiting a long time.
I know, 18 years.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
All right.
This is so exciting. This makes my whole week.
I'm so excited.
I know, seriously. This makes my whole entire week. This is why I do what I do.
Glad there's only
It's like
two options on here.
183. I know. We only have two. There's a male and a female.
Amen. And then driver's license number.
Yep.
Where am I putting this at?
No, it's going to be right. Is it right there? I know.
And congratulations to Jack West.
There we
He's
go.
registering to vote.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. There you go.
There we go.
I know, that's your receipt.
Sweet.
I'm excited.
I am too.
So, first time to vote, how does it feel?
It's exciting. I've been doing this since 2023, 2024.
Helping out at the polls.
Exactly, and I've been working on campaigns, not being able to vote, and so every time somebody asks me, well, who are you voting for? I always tell them I'm not old enough to vote. But I'm excited that this time I'll be able to say, well, I'm supporting whatever candidate.
Okay, so tell me, why is it so important to vote?
Well, it's important to vote because we live in a country where we have the opportunity to elect our officials who make decisions in this country. And for a long time, there's been this idea that your vote doesn't count, that your voice doesn't matter, but it really does, especially at the local level, at the county level, and even at the federal level. Your vote makes a difference. Our elected officials come to their constituents to determine what policies they're going to support when it comes to the next session or the next Congress. And so when you're saying you're going to go vote, that is a direct charge to our elected officials saying, hey, I'm making sure that you're being held accountable, and I want to make sure that what I need is being put at the forefront. Because at the end of the day, when it comes down to voting, we are the ones who are in charge. The elected officials work for us.
Amen. Amen. And you know what? Denton has some amazing elected officials.
Absolutely.
So, and they do come to us.
100%.
And how many times have they asked us, okay, what do you feel about this?
All the time.
I know, and we're like, let me tell you. Let me tell you what we feel.
All the
but
time.
how nice is it to have a voice?
It's
to
awesome.
know that we can go down to Austin, they want to see us, and they get excited when we come.
And I think one of the things that oftentimes, especially the younger generation, forgets is that there's millions of people across the world who don't have the opportunity that we have. They don't get to have a say in their government. They don't have a voice when it comes down to electing officials. It's not a choice for them. It's being forced down their throat by the government.
They're controlled.
100%.
But we have freedom.
In the United States of America, our founders and our framers of the Constitution made sure that we, the people, had the right to vote.
Amen.
Amen.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
DCRP, the new face of tradition.
What a great video.
Isn't that fun?
Yes.
It was such a fun video.
And you said he'd been volunteering with you guys for about a year before this?
Yeah, so he's been volunteering, he's been speaking out, clubs at school, Republican clubs at school. He's just been very involved. So.
Well, and I know you have dozens of candidates running in Denton County on the Republican side, so you can't mention all of them, but what are some key races that you're concerned about?
We have 4 key races that we need people to get out and vote. And so we need you to get out and vote for every race. Every race is important. Go from the top of the ballot all the way to the bottom. Every single person who's running is important on that ballot. So, but some of the ones that we're really going to be working on, as we have a commissioner in Precinct 2, Kevin Falconer, that group has gotten a little bit more Democrat in that area. We've got Blanca Oliver, who's a Justice of the Peace. We've got another Alan Wheeler, who's a Justice of the Peace. And then, Ben Bumgarner, he's one of our state reps. That area, a lot of Democrats have moved into that area. So we need to get out. Now, here's what I tell everybody. If every single Christian got out and voted, we'd never lose a race. Never. But only 25% of Christians vote, max.
Wow.
So you've got the other 75 who set out these races. And we should be the ones who speak out the most. We want godly, what does Proverbs 29 say? Yes. When the righteous rule, the people rejoice. When the wicked rule, the people mourn. We want to get out the vote for the righteous to rule.
Yes.
And so it's vitally important. This is probably one of the biggest elections we'll ever have in the history of our nation.
And it feels like, Melinda, that the far left wing of the Democratic Party is preaching free ice cream for everyone.
And you don't have to pay for it. You don't have to pay. It's all free. But we have to, common sense, right? Who's paying for that ice cream? So, yeah, and that's kind of that's their tool.
Yes.
Do you want free health care? Do you want to not have to pay rent or a mortgage? Do you want everything for free? Well, that's called communism, and it's not free.
And
you lose all your freedom.
Some of these big cities are electing these socialist mayors, which is frightening.
Yeah, I know. It's very frightening. I didn't even tell you this, but I have 7 children, and 3 of our children we adopted from Russia, and they were 8, 11, and 12. And to see communism and just how sad it is. I always say when we were there for 2 weeks, when you're there, there's no light in anyone's eyes. You know, you can look at somebody and they're sparkling, their eyes are sparkling, and you know, there's excitement, there's life. When you go to a communist country, there's nothing to live for. You barely survive.
Yes.
You know, you're fighting for your survival. And so when you talk to people, like I look at you, I see that spark. You're enjoying what you do. You love our country. You love your family, your whole entire family's here. I mean, I get to meet your grandchildren all up to your. That's so awesome. But most countries don't have that. And so we need to fight to protect what we have and to fight for that freedom, what our forefathers gave to us, which is just a blessing. And so with every generation has had a fight, right?
Yes.
And this is ours. Ours is to make sure that we continue to stay a free nation and that our Constitution stays a part of our nation. And that's what we fight for.
All right, Melinda, we have about 2 minutes left, so make your call to action.
Call to action would be to get out and vote. So get your neighbors. I always say vote 10 times. That doesn't mean to cheat. That means to get 9 people to go with you to the polls. So there is an app that you can get, and it's called Abbott Impact. This is such an incredible app, and reach out to me and we'll help you. But you can find out who in your phone book has voted. And you can say, hey, I see that you haven't voted. It's time to get out and vote. Remind people, let people know, your neighbors, those around you, so that we can get as many people out to vote as possible. This tool can make the big difference in our state and in our nation. So it's called Abbott Impact. It's 100% free. You download it. If you have any questions, call me and I will be able to help you. I'll find somebody who can help you and we'll get you lined up. So let's get out and vote.
Outstanding. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom with us. We're going to end with the website, which is DentonGOP.org. The great Melinda Preston. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
That's it for now. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.